I brought you guys to this mall last week, and a lot of you guys couldn't help but wonder that the mall is dead. How a mall like this still survive when there's nothing in the building? Good question. This mall used to be thriving. And in this mall, we got less than a handful of retail spots. We got Champ Sports. We'll visit them later. We got Macy's, which is considered an anchor store. Actually, let's pop inside. And within Macy's, we got Finish Line. Now, it's not the shoes you guys might want to see. Macy's even have a hash rack. Only thing I found out here is these LeBron Witness, the Laker colorways. Also found some Air Maxes. These are going for $175. The prices is not desirable. These are $210. That's a bit pricey. That's retail. And this is pretty much all you're gonna find in here. You even got some Monarch. You also got some Felines, some New Balance 574s. They're in the building. And what are these? They're reduced to $50 though. They're in the building as well. Do you guys know that there's over 1,100 malls in the nation? An expert predicted by 2032, there's only gonna be 150. That's a drastic decline. Projection indicated that up to 87 of large shopping malls may close over 10 years. The number of malls declined 16.7% from 2017 to 2022. Oh, by the way, that used to be Foot Locker. And right behind you is Finish Line, or what was Finish Line. And back in the days, this used to be Jimmy Jazz. This spot had tons of sneaker stores. They had Champs, Foot Locker, Finish Line, Jimmy Jazz, which is now known as Snipe, and some other stores. And this was back in early 2000s, but it's inevitable. A lot of these malls are closing, and this mall is no different. What if I told you that this mall don't even have a food court, which is crazy, because you still have workers here, but they can't get nothing to eat because there's no stores available for them to eat at.
Because the food court is permanently closed.
The escalator's broken. Ironically, the fountain still works. More closed stores, but at least the elevator still works. That's a good thing. And guys, this is literally the third store in this entire mall that's recognizable. It's a movie theater, and it looks like it's still open for business. Unfortunately, this is the food court, and it's blocked off and it's closed. This used to be thriving back in the days. Everyone wants to come to the second floor to eat their food. Same study I read says 2 million square feet of mall space was demolished in 2022. This is supposed to be an anchor store. An anchor store is supposed to drive traffic through their store, then to the mall. Macy's is an anchor store. Dillard's is an anchor store. Bloomingdale's are anchor stores. This spot has none. And without these, you're not getting passed through traffic to the rest of the mall. And guys, I'm on the second floor, and the only thing is this in this mall is this theater. And this is Dillard's, which is supposed to be an anchor store. And as you can tell, it is shut down. Vintage Orlando. And this is the Spanish radio station. Dillard's clearance store hours. Tuesday, Saturdays, noon, 7 p.m. and Sundays, noon to 6 p.m. Monday, they are closed. So they may be open, but you don't have access to the store inside the mall. It is shut off. And they have selected days when they're open and hours. You think I'm probably gonna snitch on them. I see those kids playing around. You jump behind the counter. You never know who's watching. Here's another recognizable brand, Hot Topic. They're available at other malls as well. Those people are getting a tour of the mall. Sky Building USA. I guess she works for Sky Building USA. We're about walking in Champ, see what's popping. It's gonna be a quick in and out. It's the only sneaker store in the building. Let's see what J's they have. I am back. So you guys are probably wondering, so Frank, what is causing these malls to die? Why are they going extinct? I'm glad you asked. So we outside of Champs in the West Oaks Mall. This joint is on the opposite side of Orlando. We're on the west side of Orlando. We just left the east. Human behavior has shifted, including their shopping habits. So people are doing a lot more online shopping than ever before. So when people could buy stuff online, why would they need to come to Dillard's or Macy's? These anchor stores are positioned to bring traffic into the mall. That's why they're called anchor stores. And as those anchor stores close, that's less traffic to the mall, less traffic, less revenue. And which brings us to situations like this. Gate closed, business is closed, business has moved on. This used to be Champ Sports, and now it's permanently closed. Matter of fact, the previous store I just left, the Champs, they told me to send all their old products over to that store. And since the pandemic, I know of a Champ Sports that closed every single year. And lucky for this mall, they still have a food court. I see Philly cheesesteak, I see He's Kitchen, not sure what that is. And also there's a movie theater similar to the other location. I'm starting to wonder, is that a thing? Movie theater surviving? Let me take a shot and guess why this location is still in business. Gotta be the movies that they're showing. And just like the Fashion Square Mall, that used to be a big sneaker mall. People go there to buy shoes. They also came here to buy shoes as well. This location had Foot Action, Champs, Foot Locker, you name it, they have it. They even got Jimmy Jazz, well formerly named Jimmy Jazz. They now have one store left, one sneaker store, and that is Snipes. With the exception of this resale shop called Flavor Hacks. Anchor store closed over here. This is the only other anchor store open in the mall, JCPenney's. Surprisingly though, this bathroom is clean. It's cleaner than some of the other bathrooms I've been to in upscale malls. I think that's it. Another issue is the economy. People are not buying like they used to. Look at Jordans, for example. The price of Jordans went up, but the amount of quantity that people buy went down. One of my last visits, this joint was open. Now it's closed. This used to be Auntie Annie's. Well, people are not buying as much as they used to. Actually, they're cutting back on spending, especially Jordans are coming out every single week. Who's buying a pair of Jordans every single week? Not me. If you're following this channel, probably not you. And that's not a bad thing. We're trying to save money over here. And across from Champs, they got Pro Image hats. I bought a lot of hats from them. And the anchor stores has been replaced by Orange County tax collector and SunPass. The condition of some of these malls are deplorable. They're not kept up. There's not enough housekeeping to go around to keep them up to par. They have outdated systems. The aesthetics alone make people not want to come here. A lot of the stores are closed. They have an outdated carousel. That thing has never been on since I moved back to Orlando 5 years ago. There's not enough department stores, franchise stores that people will want to come and visit. Majority of these stores that I see in these malls are one-off, business owned, which is fine, but they don't have the stores that will drive the traffic, like Victoria's Secrets, the sneaker stores like Foot Action, Foot Locker. Well, Foot Action is no longer existing, and probably so why, and now we know why. Now, I would give it that this mall, even though it's almost 30 years old, is still in a lot better condition, at least aesthetically, than the Fashion Square Mall. And now it makes sense, because the Fashion Square Mall opened in 1973, while this mall opened in 1996. Big difference. So that's why this probably looks more upkeep than the previous mall we just visited, because that mall is older than this mall. It's all making sense now. I now know why stores prioritize location. And I also understand the need for renovation. Every so often, you gotta revive your business. Keep it looking good, keep it up to date, keep it modern. Because if not, if you're not in a prime location and your store is not up to date or on par, people will stop coming. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy this vlog. It's a little bit different, a little bit of shoes. But anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.